Hello and welcome back, my farting zebras. How you doing this wonderful day? It is Super Chom Bombo here, and what we got for you guys today is the patch notes. So you guys don't know, patch notes are very important for us. We've got obviously huge things going on right now. Before I get too far, guys, press that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't, man. Press that button right now. A lot of new stuff coming up in here. The main thing I'm going to focus on is sort of the big changes to the game, and then the balance changes. I think those are the two most important things, but of course, there's other things you guys might want to know as well. First and foremost, new hero, Etienne. He's a drone hero. He basically controls a drone. He reminds me of Benjamin, because he doesn't actually do anything, but he doesn't make you money, he pops things. Overall, really, really cool. I love his two abilities. We're going to talk about them in just a second, but overall, very cool hero. I think he's going to help us out a lot on some of the weirder maps of the game. He doesn't have infinite range. I thought he might have infinite range, but still very nice for what you're getting. Brickell's got a new skin if you guys haven't seen it. There's also a new map for us as well, so we can kind of just see the main three here. Some big Odyssey changes, including the new Extreme mode. Love it. Basically, you know, you only get, like, what, 12 monkeys or whatever to play on the game through, like, 5 levels. Well, in Extreme mode, you can only, once you place it down, it's gone forever. So, you know, like, if you know, normally we could use 12 total towers on every single map. Now it's used 12 total towers on 5 maps altogether. Freaking ridiculous, man. New trophy stuff and improvements, bug fixes, and balance changes, which today mostly what I'm going to talk about is the balance changes, but of course a couple of the improvements are kind of important here for us to talk about as well. So, before we get too much further, though, I do want to just mention that I've already read through them, I've already gone through them all here, and I think I've made sense of them, but please forgive me if I make a mistake here and there. Most of it is just, and plus I'm kind of tired, man. It's 12:30 at night, 12:48 at night, actually, and I should be in bed right now. So, let's do it. Key features, co-op. Oh, wonderful, guys. So now when we go into co-op, before what happened is you go to quick match, you're like, oh crap, I forgot to change my hero, I'm stuck with my hero. Now, you can change your hero in the quick, in the co-op lobby, basically. Very, very cool. One interesting thing is we don't have any races to show you guys right now, but races are going to show us basically a ghost time. If you guys get to play like Mario Kart or something like that, you know, you got the ghost racer, you can kind of watch what they're doing and see how much you're beating them or how much you're losing by. They're going to show you your time. That'll allow you to sort of gauge whether or not you need to go faster or slower or whatever. Just do a little bit better than you did before. Love it. Now we got fortification bands on some of our, you know, trophied BFBs and stuff like that. And we can see the patch notes in the game here, which is wonderful. Beyond that, Ninja Q did a lot of things kind of behind the scenes. They're making things run a lot smoother, but I don't want to talk about that right now. What I want to talk about now is, and bug fixes. Screw bug fixes, man. We want to talk about the balance changes. This is important for us. So let's go in a game here. If you guys have not seen it, by the way, here is the new map. Here's Mesa. I did play it all the way through with the new hero. I actually ended up losing on around, I think, 90, on 100, I think. Very sad. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, I pressed continue. I don't know what I was doing with the door here. No idea. No idea what I was doing there with the door on round 24. But all right. So here we go. Dart monkeys, guys. So this is actually very cool changes. I generally, overall, I would say I like the changes. There's a few that I'm just like, oh, that's weird. I don't know why they did that, but okay. So Dart Monkey got a lot of changes. So Enhanced Eyesight is going to give us a smidge more projectile speed. Very weird that they're doing this kind of stuff. I'm not sure that I like it because it makes things almost too complicated. It's like, well, you want quick shots to be able to make you shoot faster, but now Enhanced Eyesight also makes you shoot faster, but not by as much. It's like, is it worth it now? Like, it's just making things almost too even at this point, you know? Where certain things just don't end up working together. Certain upgrades, certain cross paths shouldn't necessarily be required, in my opinion, or shouldn't be viable. They should just be not used sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Crossbow projectile speed. Oh, I made a mistake already. So remember I was telling you guys don't be mad at me for my mistakes? Projectile speed. We're talking about projectile speed, not range. Excuse me. So projectile speed is going to be how fast the arrow is going to move through the air here, or the dart is going to move through the air. You see this little shot goes whoosh. It basically minimizes the amount of misses you're going to make if you're kind of far away from a balloon and you got a really fast balloon kind of coming through here. So we sent out a pink balloon here. We're going to see he doesn't miss that pink balloon, when I think before he probably would have missed. Just throwing that out there. Kind of cool. Sharpshooter projectile speed, it goes from 300 to 400, so just faster, faster, faster. Love it. Crossbow master remains the same at the 450 speed. Okay, no worries. No worries. We're good with that. This is the interesting change for me, though. It's actually the Spike-a-Bolt. So the Spike-a-Bolt. I didn't realize how cheap the Spike-a-Bolt is. I think I need to get used to using the Spike-a-Bolt more. I think it's a really cool tower. It can damage frozen balloons now. So this is something that I don't think is all that important, but I'm glad that they added it into the game. You know, it's really going to allow us to do some of the weirder things in the game that we might not be used to, and doing some weird ice catapult combos. Kind of cool to think about, like early game ice juggernaut or ice catapult. Even a couple catapults with an ice tower might actually be an effective way to start off your game. Even might be really good for races, by the way, guys. That might be like the new combo. Ice tower, catapult combo, get going. You're going to win easily, guys. Trust me on that. The rate is increased, by the way. Shoots even faster now. Pretty cool. And Juggernaut does not get any changes, though. It does not carry over, so it's literally just the Spike-a-Bolt. That's something you got to keep in mind here. Bomb shooters. This is interesting. They kind of nerfed the bomb shooter, but not entirely. They want you to use the top path, so they want you to use the really big bombs. That makes sense, because really big bombs is not used very much. Balloon impact, not used all that often. Not terrible, by the way, but not used all that often. But the weird thing about it is balloon impact does not get the changes of the third tier. Now we've got the damage increase from 2 to 3. So we can go through a lot of layers of balloons if you smack this thing. Going from a pink to a blue. Or if you're really interesting about it, man, you go for a rainbow down to pinks. That's really going to make some big changes here, boys. Ceramics, too, I think you're probably going to hopefully make some cool things happen here. Let's see if you can reach. Now, poo. Let's see if he can reach. No, and he missed. And he missed. It doesn't matter. Let's just say it's going to do more damage, though, overall. It's going to be kind of interesting to actually go for really big bombs now, instead of just a stepping stone to balloon impact, if we were going to go for this. But regardless, kind of cool. Mob Maulers do less damage to ceramics. All right. Gotta learn from your mistakes here. Mob Assassin does more damage as a regular attack, and then Mob Eliminator does even more damage to mobs. So kind of cool, you know, makes us want to go for higher levels instead of lower levels. But what are you gonna do? Glue Gunner, I'm not sure I like these changes. Now maybe I'm reading wrong. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. But Glue Gunner, the great thing about the Glue Gunner was if you go for a 5th tier, you didn't have to go for globs at all. It was just a useless cross path. Useless. You never needed it. You want stickier glue, you want stronger glue every time. Why? Because he went from being able to shoot 0 balloons to shooting 12 every single shot. So, for example, if I send out these guys, you're going to notice he's going to do... Oh, well, it doesn't really show you. He's going to hit 12 balloons every single time. All right? I wish I didn't do that. I wish I just sent out 13 reds is what I should have done. At least that's the way it used to be. He could hit 13 balloons, or 12 balloons at once. And now they've changed it, though. They've made it very, very weird. They've made it so the 3rd tier balloon dissolver is cheaper. All right, the balloon liquefier, cheaper. Cool, cool. Those are all good things. But now the 5th tier balloon solver is going to end up shooting twice. All right, per shot. So, again, it's very weird to think about whether or not this is going to actually be good or not. I mean, I would think this is mostly a nerf, because what they're changing now is they're making the pierce that you can shoot. You know, even though you're shooting 2 shots at once, the pierce is going to reduce from 11 to 4. So you're noticing, without any of the other things, we're actually getting overwhelmed by our ceramics right now, which is kind of ridiculous. Not insane, but kind of ridiculous for a glue gunner. Shouldn't happen for a balloon solver, in my opinion. But kind of, you know, again, just makes sense. But then if you want to get more pierce, you got to go for bigger globs. And then you're going from 12 to 5. And then you're going from, I guess this was 15, but down to 9 now. So it's, you know, I don't know. It's goofy. Like, are we hitting more balloons because he's shooting 2 shots now? I'm not sure what they mean. I guess we could try to do a test. Let's send out 19 balloons with a spacing of 0. And let's see if we hit all of them. We hit all of them. That's kind of weird. Let's try 22. 1 shot. What? What? Why are we hitting 25? That doesn't make any sense. Unless he's shooting super duper freaking fast. Let's just send out 100 and see what happens. 200. I think that was like 5 shots. 50. Are we going to shoot twice? Man, I don't want to get chalked up on this and to get stuck on this for too long. But it looks like he shot twice there, which doesn't make much sense. Yeah, I think he only shot 1. That doesn't make any sense. I think they got this wrong. Because we've got the 5-2-0, and they said right now the splash pierce is reduced from 15 to 9. So realistically, even if he's shooting 2 shots, you should only hit 18 red balloons, not 22, not 28, or whatever. Unless I'm just doing it wrong, or maybe something is going on there. He definitely shot twice there. So it's between like 22 and 28 or something like that. Unless my monkey knowledge is getting me. Again, looked like 1 shot there. Anyways, I'm not going to get chalked up on this. Glue Gunner's got some changes going on. A little bit cheaper, but maybe works a little bit different depending on which upgrades you actually end up getting here. May need to get a glue splatter now. A 5-2-0 instead of a 5-0-2. But regardless, that's it. Alright, Tack Shooter. So this is some interesting changes for the Tack Shooter. They're going to make it so the cross paths do basically different things now. The bottom path, the more tacks, no longer gain a pierce of +10. The 402 no longer gains a pierce of +10. But now the 410, the long range, has an increased total pierce of 10. And a 420 has a total increase of 10. So generally, make it a little bit better, I guess. Ring of Fire now has a base damage of 3 to 4. So we're changing it by 25% right there. And a 5-0 is going to go from 4 to 5. So the Infernal Ring, interesting. They're actually going to make the Infernal Ring even better than it was already. Not saying it was amazing already, but like, it wasn't bad. You know, I mean, especially if you get a primary Monkey Village, you alchemize him and stuff like that. Like, he gets pretty good. Interesting. Sniper Monkey. I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I guess I get it. They think that the Sniper Monkey shoots a little bit too slow, or you are required to get faster firing to make him worthwhile at all, and I get that, you know? It makes sense. Like, if I'm going for the top path, there's no way I'm going middle path. If I'm going for the middle path, there's no way I can go the top path. You kind of have to choose. Which one do you want to go for? Because you need the faster firing as a sniper. Now they're changing it so the base shot's going to be a little bit faster, but again, it's not going to be all that much different here. And they're basically just going to make everything sort of similar across the board here. Don't worry about it too much. I don't think it's going to be a big difference for us. Just note that you may be able to do something weird like a May Moab with shrapnel shot or something, you know, and make it worthwhile. Maybe. I don't think so, because he was just so bad when I shot him last time. I don't think that change is going to make a big difference. Sub. Ooh, this is a little sad, so I can't even build him. But the sub commander now is going to be less powerful. The pierce of the additional subs is going to be from 5 to 4. So you can't just spam a bunch of low-level subs and have them be amazing. They're just not going to work. Heli pilots, a few changes here. For some reason, they wanted to make the range of the Razor Rotors a little bit more. All right, cool. It's like a tiny, tiny bit. Blow rate on our downdraft, lower. And even lower, and also lower for a 0.32. So what are you going to do, man? You can't complain here. Comanche defense, duration increased from 10 to 12. Okay, so Comanche defense is actually going to be more powerful here, which is going to be kind of sweet. All right. I still think it's probably going to be not used very often, but at least it's an option, you know? I mean, sometimes we do go 3rd tier, and it may just be a stepping stone into Comanche Commander, but even then, it's just not powerful enough to actually make a big difference here. I think they need to power up the Comanche defense to make him worthwhile, because he's kind of like an ability. It just seems like such a weak ability to add into the game. I don't know. Still probably not going to use this guy much, but maybe that's just my weakness in the game, that I just don't know how to use him properly. All right, we got a few little wizard changes here, but I don't remember reading this. I think I skipped it over when I was trying to do it earlier. So, Dragon's Breath Cross Path now benefits from the increased Pierce. So we want to get a 0, 3, 1. That's actually pretty freaking sweet, guys. If you didn't have that before, now you need a Dragon's Breath with Intense Magic. It is going to be powerful. All right. Phoenix Change, not a big deal. Shimmer price reduced by $100. All right, I'll take that. And then Unpopped Army. We know how badly changes are wanted here, but there was more to do than we could achieve in this update. So they did not change anything with Unpopped Army yet. I don't feel like it's terrible, but again, it's just not useful in most situations. You're not using it on chimps. You're not using it in any real game. You're using it when you're just having fun, just throwing them down somewhere, or maybe a really weird challenge or something like that. Super Monkey. So the main thing about the Super Monkey, this is really cool, by the way. I love the idea. They've got 2 targeting options for your Robo Monkey. So now you can go on strong and close or something like that, or strong and first. So just very, very, very cool. We set out a couple balloons in here, and you can see he's just totally aiming whatever way he wants to, man. Very cool. They should have done this a long, long time ago. You add him into some plasma action, and he might actually be a decent tower over here. I don't know how I would use him properly, or how that would actually end up being good. I feel like most of the time, I would just leave them on first anyways, because he's sort of like a cleat-up tower to me. But, definitely... Oh, what? You can't have them be on the same thing. Oh, man. I thought I could just put them both on first. You can't. All right, that's going to be different. That's going to be weird. Look at that. There's no option for first. If I change it to strong, there's no option for strong. No option for close. Holy crap. That's going to be interesting, guys. So he has to be on different things. I don't know what I would want to put him on. That might even make him worse. I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting. Regardless. Alchemist, generally worse. That's terrible. I don't want to go into too much detail about the Alchemist. If you guys want to read up on it, go ahead. All I'm going to say is that they just generally made him worse and made the cross paths actually do something. So instead of just going for 4-0 now, you might want to go for... It looks like the 4-2 is going to be the guy to go for now instead of the Acid Pool. You know, I don't know why. Just cuz. Excuse me, just because I felt like it, I guess. And then Spike Factor changes. Super Mines, super reduced. Oops, wrong one. Super reduced. By like 20 grand again. Never going to use it in a real game, but now at least it's fun. We know we can do stuff with them if we want to. You know, if we really want to, man, this guy's going to take down some big balloons. Big balloons. And last but not least, the Engineer, which I have not used in a game in a long time for some reason. I don't know why, but he just doesn't seem like he's the way that I want him to be. Generally, seems a little bit better, but just kind of weird. Larger surface area actually gives your sentries a larger surface area. If you notice, that one's a little bit smaller than that one. Worthwhile, I don't know, but at least it's something. Then we've got Oversized Nail, increase the sentry pierce by 1. So this is actually going to help us out a lot. It's going to make our sentry guns way more powerful. Pierce by 1 on a sentry gun, that's a big difference, guys. You want to get Oversized Nails, you probably want to go for Faster Engineering. I think what's going to be really solid nowadays is going to be a Faster Engineering double gun Engineer. Trust me on that, I think he's going to be delicious. Try out this guy and tell me he's not delicious, man. Only problem with that guy is you're not going to get your Overclock, but he's actually a popper. He's actually a tower that can actually do pops, so consider it. Consider it. A couple other changes, but they're mostly minor stuff. Sentry Paragon still does explosions and stuff like that. And Ultra Boost will now apply perma stacks upon ability activation rather than expiration. Okay. Good enough for me. I'm happy. Last but not least, Admiral Brickell has gotten a nerf. So I'm not going to go into much detail about it, but generally a small nerf. Abilities last a little less long, and the Mega Mine does not do as much damage. So Admiral Brickell a little bit weaker here. I did not buy the new skin, by the way. Maybe I should. 2,500 bucks. I'll take it. Dead Pirate Brickell. Or Dread Pirate. I was like, a dead pirate? No, that doesn't seem Ninja Kiwi style. You can tell my lack of sleep is getting to me. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed, pretty please press that like button for me. Hopefully I didn't ramble on for too long here. How long am I on for? 20 minutes. Holy crap. A little longer than I wanted to be, but shorter than usual. Yes! That's what I want to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Of course, have a super duper delicious day.